Tell us, man. The big news last night, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was last night. I was hitting the bed. I was like, and I saw this headline pop up from CNBC. Oh, Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey resigns. Or steps down. Sorry, he doesn't resign. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Rumor. Time to go to bed. But of course I didn't. I procrastinated. And the stock was suspended. I was like, oh, okay, must be something new. I woke up in the morning. I was like, oh, he really did step down, right? So to give a
Hmm.
bit of context, Jack Dorsey, we have mentioned him before as the guy with three jobs: CEO of Twitter, CEO of Square,
Square.
and yeah, Square and Bitcoin Schiller, right? And now he just has two jobs. CEO of Square and Bitcoin Schiller. Yeah, he's a he's stepping down as CEO. People are replacing him. The person replacing him is Parag Agrawal. He's the current CTO, been with Twitter for 10 years, started as an engineer. So nice
Hmm.
story there. And the new chairman of the board, interestingly, is this guy called Brad Taylor, who is the COO of Salesforce, a much bigger company, right? And
Hmm.
the COO, and now he's chairman of the Twitter board. So yeah, interesting times, really.
Wow. And why do you think he stepped down? What is some of your opinions?
Well, look, there's the well, I mean, he kind of gave an official reason, right? And he said, yeah, sometimes founders need to take a step away from the company for the good of the company and not their own ego, right?
Okay.
And that to me feels a lot like shade to Mark Zuckerberg, right? You have a founder
Right.
that slightly toxic to the company, bad rap. Maybe it's time for you to take a step away, not be CEO, and just not be the face of the company anymore, right? I know Silicon Valley has this huge crush on founder-led companies, right? Venture
Mm.
capitalists love that because it's their baby. They'll do whatever it takes. I think what's important is to have a good manager, right, and a good team behind it. Whether or not it's the founder doesn't really matter. Maybe being a founder increases your chances because you have been there since day one. But look, Satya is doing brilliantly at Microsoft, right? He's not the founder,
Uh,
right? All
yeah.
companies have to go past that phase, and maybe this is the right time for Jack to step aside. I mean, Twitter's been doing really well. As a company, not as a stock. Stock is terrible, but yeah, as a company, I think they've been doing really well over the past few years. Past year, actually.
Got it. Yeah. I mean, I was reading as well. With we know Jack Dorsey is a big believer in crypto and Bitcoin actually, and he's trying to move. I think he's moving Square and Twitter earlier
Yep.
this year to move towards the cryptocurrency space. I did read an article saying from Twitter CFO going that we should not be in that direction. So it felt a little bit of a conflict there between the CEO and the CFO.
Yeah, well, the CFO is going to lose to the new guy because he's also crypto focused. At least from what we can tell. Essentially, when I think Twitter a month back hired a new head of cryptocurrency, who
Mm,
reported directly to the CTO, then who is now the CEO. So, I
right.
think that's a direction that they are not going to step away from, which is not too bad.
Yeah.
I'm
Fair enough.
interested to see where it goes.
Yeah, I think one of the news that got me was the fact that, Agarwal is trying to, well, part of his role here is to try and decentralize social media. And I think that's very interesting to see where and how they're looking to lead that space as
Yeah,
obviously Facebook turns into Meta. But
they need to be they need to brand themselves a Web3 company. Then the share price will skyrocket and I will be able to buy a house. Sorry,
so I
I have
see
a
you're
lot
in
of shares.
Twitter as well.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Twitter and Microsoft are big positions that I have.
Right. Got it. No, I think it's good news. At the same time, I think Jack Dorsey wants to, obviously with Square, he's still there. He's still with Bitcoin Schiller. He is quite a big crypto guy, right? So do you see him doing spaces in crypto, maybe, trying to do something with Bitcoin at this point in time, or just taking a step back?
I don't know, right? I think Jack is an interesting guy. I mean, you look at Twitter obviously had a lot of trouble politically, right? And you look at the
Mhm.
congressional hearings and you see Mark Zuckerberg dressed up like a robot in his shirt and a tie. And then you see Jack with his beard looking like a hippie and wearing his
Yeah.
rainbow t-shirt. And you go, what's this guy doing, right? Dude, come on. But he's obviously marched to the beat of his own drum. That being said, product visionary, right? He's founded Twitter, he's founded Square. He clearly knows where things are going or where he thinks things should go. So, exciting times, whatever next venture he has. I'm
Definitely.
relatively sure it will be a hit.
Yeah. No, I think that's completely fair. Maybe he's found a new project he needs to take on as well, right? So you
Yeah,
never really know.
maybe he's Satoshi and he just decides, fuck this, I'm retiring.
Maybe.